In a world where there is increasingly less time to notice details, sift through complex information, and make informed decisions about health, there is one company that does it all for you.
We use Phoenix Labs to manufacture our nutritional supplements for the simple reason that we know that what is on the label is going to be in the bottle. Most of your supplement companies, of course, are just have some manufacturer, any manufacturers, hundreds of different supplement manufacturers in the United States. And most of these companies that just produce supplements go to these less expensive places to have it done because they don't have very tight controls. Where Phoenix Labs, the control, not just the controls are tight, but they also have a full-blown laboratory. All the testing equipment, all the really well-educated scientists that really partake in the actual manufacturing, testing process, and design of the nutritional supplements. In other words, the delivery systems, all these things are very complicated processes if you're going to do it right. And Phoenix Labs has all that technology. And then once we started a relationship with them, it turned out great because I became very great friends with the owner. So we have a very good relationship. We both have the same philosophies, and that is to produce the very best product in the world. The production of nutritional products does not have to follow good manufacturing practices or GMPs, even though we certainly wish they all would. Good manufacturing practices do have to be followed during pharmaceutical manufacture, and you can see why. If you are manufacturing a drug that is supposed to treat a symptom of a disease, well, you can imagine if it was the wrong drug. In other words, by accident they put the wrong thing in the bottle, or it wasn't enough to do anything. You'd have a lot of dead people. So they have to follow good manufacturing practices that have been set up by the FDA and by the pharmaceutical industry. Well, for nutritional supplements, if you go to a drug company or a pharmaceutically licensed manufacturer, which are only 5 in the United States, then they follow GMPs. They have them already in place. So when you make nutritional products on site, they will follow those good manufacturing practices. So what you are guaranteed purity and potency. Delivery systems we really leave up to Phoenix Labs. In other words, we at Apex, we create the formula according to the most recent scientific literature that's out there. We pour through all the studies, all the way to the current year, and decide what is the optimal dose of a particular nutrient to yield a maximum result from intake, to extend life, to stave off chronic disease, to enhance performance, to accelerate body fat reduction, whatever. We take a look at all those. We find out what is the proper dosage somebody should use. Well, then we leave it to Phoenix to figure out how to get that dosage to the target tissues. If you want to control the rate of release of any particular nutrient, then what you want to do is you enrobe it with something that would come off in the first hour, and you release, say, 20% of what you put in the pill. And then, as that comes out, you have another enrobing layer, another layer. That comes off, another 20% comes out, and then another layer comes off, another 20% comes out. Now you've got 60% released, and let's say it was released over the first hour, second hour, third hour. Well, that's what you're looking for. So you know if a tissue can only take so much in the first hour, then that's the way you would enrobe. You would enrobe it so it releases 20% in the first hour, 20% in the second. And it's really neat the way they test those things, too. They actually do. They test it for how much is released in the first hour, second hour, third hour, fourth hour, fifth hour, sixth hour, all the way up for the entire day. So the criteria is, okay, how much of the nutrient do you need? How much can the tissue take at one time? And how much above baseline will yield an optimal result? And all these different parts set up the idea of a delivery system. Then Phoenix Labs will design that delivery system appropriately. The innovative formulations are really us. That's Apex. You know, we are a research and development company. We have forgotten more about vitamins and minerals and different compounds and how they affect the human body than probably anybody will ever know. We spend that much time researching it. We have a whole research department that does nothing but that. So we develop the formulas ourselves according to current literature. Most other companies develop formulas based on, okay, what can somebody afford for a 30-day supply? Not necessarily what works. So our formulas are all based on the ability of the product to actually work according to studies. Very, very current studies. So they're updated constantly. That's the logical reason for only buying an Apex product. If you're buying a product with an Apex label on it, you are guaranteed that you will maintain a safe, optimal range of nutrient intake. Because through our program, all the supplements talk to each other. They know exactly how much calcium you're getting, exactly how much vitamin D you're getting, exactly how much zinc, selenium. We know if you're taking an antioxidant that it matches the multivitamin. We know if you're taking a calcium that it matches the multivitamin. If you follow directions and the way it prints out, it tells you exactly not just what you need, but keeps you in the safe, optimal level of all the different nutrients that are involved in all the formulas. You can't do that on your own. I mean, I don't care who you are. I don't even care if you have a PhD in food science. You don't know the lowest observed adverse effect level of all these different nutrients. You don't know what the safe, optimal amount is that you should have 24 hours a day. We do. And we put it into a program in a computer so you can never blow it. And you have the best chance of living a long, healthy life if you maintain taking your intake only with Apex products. What really differentiates Apex from other nutritional products is, number one, the fact that we do use a pharmaceutically licensed manufacturer. And none of the other big companies do, because it's just too expensive. We use one, and we spend all the money on the manufacturing process, on developing the best product. We don't spend it on advertising. And the reason we don't spend it on advertising, because I don't know what you need. I got to know something about you first as an individual, what you're eating, and then I can design a program around that. So, number one, we use a pharmaceutically licensed manufacturer to guarantee purity and potency for the user. Number two is a program that takes a look at you as an individual, knows what your current supplementation intake is, knows what all your supplement intake is going to be, and knows what your food intake is. And then design a supplement program that's economical, conservative, and safe. And will hasten results and do the best it can to help you live a long, healthy life. So that's number two, the safe, optimal range. And finally, the third thing is the delivery. We employ some very sophisticated delivery systems. We take advantage of the pharmaceutically licensed manufacturer that we use, and we employ their drug technology to deliver specific nutrients to target tissues. So those are the three things: purity and potency, safe, optimal range, and delivery systems. That's what separates us from everybody out there. Makes us far and away the very best choice in nutritional products.